Hello, this is Kerigan Levi, and for my Windshield Survey report, I have chosen to do the city of Lecompte, which is located approximately 15 miles south of Alexandria, Louisiana. It is historically a plantation town that's nestled on the banks of Bayou Beth. It is a 100% rural area. I currently live here, and I was also born and raised here, so I'm very familiar with the area. The population in 2017 was approximately 1,170, with the estimated per capita income in 2016 as $17,044. The percentage of residents living in poverty in 2016 was 15.9%. For my project, I chose the boundaries of Rougeau Lane, which is where I live at, and then the end of Chickamauga Road, which is right before the Bayou Beth Bridge, which in order to get from where I to Rougeau all the way to Chickamauga Road, you have to go through downtown Lecompte, which is where I mainly focused all of my data at. First, we'll start off with homes. There are a variety of different homes in the area, mostly single-family homes. Being a historical city, there's an abundance of homes that are more dated than our traditional southern shotgun houses. Very, very popular in this area. Unfortunately, a lot of them are not kept up and they are abandoned. I would say that these houses were built anywhere between 1920 to 1950, but it's kind of hard to say based on the decay that's happened to the houses. Even though there are some abandoned homes, the city does do a great job in maintaining the bigger plantation homes that are still residing in the area. It is a well-established community with no new construction. However, where I live at, on the road right next door to me on Weingard, there is some new development, some new homes. Based on the wide variety of different styles of houses, it is clear that there are many different income levels represented within the community. There are a few social service agencies in the area. Healthcare-wise, there's a branch of Rapides Family Practice in the heart of downtown Lecompte, where a local nurse practitioner practices. There's also a family-owned pharmacy. There used to be a group home on Rougeau that was used as a mental health center for juvenile girls, but it has since closed down in the beginning of 2019. There is also a large youth facility that is used as a boarding school for troubled teens. There is a Dollar General, which is where most people go to buy their groceries around here if they don't have any transportation to get to Alexandria. Unfortunately, it's mostly prepackaged and processed foods, so there really isn't any place nearby to buy fresh produce. There used to be a market called the Water Street Market, but it has been out of business for a few years now. When it was open, it was one of the only places nearby to buy fresh produce. The vacant building is still there and it is up for sale. Along the main street of downtown Lecompte, there is a row of stores, but they have been vacant for years. Most of these stores consist of a few small hardware shops, auto shops. There's also a car dealership nearby, and there are 2 gas stations, one being used as a truck stop. There is a famous local restaurant called Lee's, which is famous for their pies and baked ham. I think where the service industry is lacking in the community is the food and grocery industry, because if a family wants to go out to eat, they have to travel to Alexandria over 10 miles away, and even if they want to cook at home, they have to go to Alexandria to be able to get a variety of groceries, especially fresh food. This can be increasingly difficult for someone that doesn't have any transportation to get there, like some of us may do. The city is situated in the middle of a large rural area. This means that most of the employment opportunities around here are in agriculture. There aren't many chain stores to offer employment unless it's like a cashier at the dollar store or one of these small businesses, but most of them are family owned, which doesn't provide many employment opportunities outside of the family. There are 2 banks, Sabine State Bank and Red River Bank. I've spoken with a few of the nurses that live in the area, and all of them had to go out to the city to Alexandria and surrounding towns to find work. I myself work at Rapides Regional Medical Center in Alexandria. Although there are a few places that could provide employment, there would definitely be more opportunities in a bigger city like Alexandria. There are 2 schools in Lecompte. The first is Carter C. Raymond, which is a public elementary school serving grades pre-K to 6th grade. Then there is Rapides High School, which is a public high school serving grades 7 to 12. Nearby is a public college, Louisiana State University at Alexandria, which has a variety of available degree programs to study. The City of Lecompte has done a great job in maintaining the old Lecompte High School, which now serves as a branch of the Rapides Parish Public Library. Directly behind the public library is a public baseball field. There is a small police station, as well as a volunteer fire department and a post office. The residents in this area drive a variety of vehicles, mainly cars and trucks. Traffic congestion is typically low, with moderate amounts of trucks traveling through town to their next destination. There's usually always a train that passes through. Roads are well maintained with limited amounts of debris and trash, and there is no public transportation available. Most of the residents have to outsource their trash service to other cities in order to get rid of trash weekly. I myself use a company out of Alexandria as my trash company, and they come and pick up my trash every Tuesday. There is a posted neighborhood watch program that looks over the areas of Rougeau Lane, Lamore Road, Weingart Road, and Chickamauga Road. All of the members communicate via social media. The road signs have been well maintained or updated and are very easy to read. The small storefronts have little signs advertising their services. For this project, I had to choose 3 health problems that my community had. The first problem that was discovered was a high obesity rate. The town of Lecompte had a startling high rate of obesity at 47.6%, according to citydata.com. I believe that one of the problems that contributes to this is the limited availability of fresh, healthy food in the area. The only grocery store in this city is the Dollar General, which is mostly prepackaged processed food. Another issue that contributes to this is the rate of poverty in the area. Many of the people living in poverty use government-supplied food stamps to buy groceries. Unfortunately, food stamps will only cover certain food items, many of which are available to buy at the local Dollar General. There are also not many recreational facilities for children and families to exercise in, which can also contribute to obesity. The second problem that I discovered was the number of dental issues within the community. The main reason contributing to this is accessibility, with the nearest office being 15 miles in both northern and southern directions. Unfortunately, there is just no dentist office within the city. If there was a dentist office available, residents may actually make it to their annual dental checkups. The third problem discovered was the amount of people living with mental disabilities. Luckily, this is an area where Lecompte has made some progress. Lecompte is home to a large youth center where troubled teens stay and receive therapy and counseling as part of their stay. I think that Lecompte should invest in more facilities like this, as well as psychiatric clinic or drug rehab center. Although there are many areas that Lecompte could work on, I am proud to have grown up in this community.